Hello? There we go. There's something about the act of activating the stream that turns off the microphone for some reason. And it needs turning off and on again. Marty is desperate for some fuss. But unfortunately, for him, it's board game time. And we're going to play some 52 Duels. I realise now that I haven't put the Kickstarter link in the description. But if you search Kickstarter for 52 Duels, or if you're watching this after like 48 hours or so from now, then you can go on the Postmark Games website and get hold of it if you would like. This is a print and play fighting kind of game. Two players can fight against each other, or like I'm going to be doing here. Let's leave those things alone, Marty. As I'm going to be doing here, you can play solo against a nemesis version of one of the characters. At the moment, all of the first ones have come out. So the way that Postmark always does their campaigns, they do like a couple of maps, or in this case, there's going to be 4 characters that you can get right now. But what they've done historically, and I imagine they're going to do for 52 Duels as well, they keep releasing stuff. If you've bought the game, you keep getting access to anything they release for that game. So I'm excited to see what characters will come in the future. But also, like, this is like, I did a playthrough that was me as the rogue versus the nemesis barbarian, I think. And I hope that was the way around, because I'm being the barbarian right now. And that was a sponsored stream. That was not a sponsored playthrough. Edited playthrough, by the way. Full disclosure, this isn't. This is just because I enjoy this game and there's more characters, and what if we just see the other combos? So we are gonna hopefully fit in 3 fights here. Tend to be like half an hour-ish, probably quicker when I'm not verbalizing stuff, but I think we can fit 3 nice fights in here. And I've bought playing cards for this. Like comments for the 52 Realms playthroughs being like, can you just use a normal deck of cards? No, we won't. Although the other one had some play cards, right cards, they were kind of normal. All the other ones have just been all these decks of cards that I didn't really know I'd accumulated. All been presents and things over the years that have finally got some use. Hey, Michael. Hi, everyone that's here, by the way. I've been ignoring you and babbling, haven't I? Distracted by Marty. Hey, Michael. Cardstock. It is just... Well, at the moment, it's the one that was cheap on Amazon when I bought it. I don't think it's quite cheap. You can see here is it is Navigator card. Just because it was the cheapest at the moment, and I went into like Ryman's and was appalled by the price of paper. And well, you can say that about any shop and anything that you buy. The price of it. It's not quite thick enough though. I'd like I think 200 GSM is the most that will go through my printer. Because yeah, all this stuff, like, it's early. I should say it's early looks at the stuff. I think the Barbarian and Rogue are pretty final looking, but you can see like the Priestess isn't coloured yet in the files that I've got. There will be when you get them delivered, and I think the merchant hasn't got his art on there just yet. And things could tweak, numbers and things could change on your final thing. Just so I could play it now, and so I could have a little early look at the characters. Could you send me the other characters, please? And they did. It worked. Hey, Nick. Hey, one last hand. Hey, Angel. How's it going, everybody? So, I'll explain everything that I'm doing for at least this first fight, in case you haven't seen the other playthrough. And it's really simple to get started with stuff in this. So, this is me, the Barbarian. We have a deck of just 52 standard playing cards, or shiny Christmassy ones. On your turn, you will have a hand of cards. Say that because you should have 5 cards, but things might have happened where you don't have 5 cards anymore. You'll have some cards in your hand, hopefully, and you will use them to perform 2 actions. We'll get attacked. When we get attacked, cards from our deck will go into our wounds. They can be recovered from there with some healing or maybe character abilities, depending on who you are. But generally, harder to get them back from wounds. When you use cards for ability and have to discard them for reasons, they go into your discard pile. And if you ever need to draw cards but can't, or you need to take cards as wounds but can't, then you lose. You win by making the other player lose. So I'm the Barbarian, and we are fighting the Priestess, and hopefully we'll do we'll cover the other characters in different combos as well. So you have these cards to do actions with. You can have 2 actions on your turn. Your options are a level up action. Play any number of cards to your next level. This is how much XP you need to level up. The cards are valued on their ranks. So numbers are their numbers. Jack's 11, Queen's 12, King's 13, Ace is 1. So I could just play a load of cards here to try and get 25, and then I unlock an ability. So my level 1 is whenever you deal damage from an ability, deal an extra 1. So I can do a level up action. I can play a card as an item. I discard it to use it as an item, and based on its suit, it has a different effect. Or I can play cards to my abilities, and there's fur everywhere. This table was scrubbed and scrubbed. I think that's probably what attracted Marty to come and jump up. So I can play cards to an ability. The abilities want different things to be played there. So axe throw, cards of the same suit. You've got a limit to how many cards can go there. If you play cards up to that limit, you have to trigger the ability. Well, spoiler for what's happening later in the action. I'm not sure what order I'm going to do things in yet. But you play cards to an ability. If you have played enough cards to meet the minimum ability, you can choose to activate it. And it might be from you doing an action. It might be from other reasons that cards went there. I don't have to activate it because there are 3 cards there now. I can wait and build up a more powerful effect if I want. So same suit here. Rage wants cards of the same rank. But there is an ability here. Damage dealt by other abilities increased for every card that I've got in Rage. So that could be good. I want a run in Disarming Blow, and I want a full house, so a pair of 1 rank, 3 of a kind of another rank in Primal Fury. So that's all the stuff that you can do on your turn. So 2 actions. That can be the same action if you want to. So I'm thinking with the cards that I've got right now, we've got 3 of the same suit in a starting hand. So for Axe Throw, if I play them here, I could choose to activate it for 3 damage. But there is an extra ability in Axe Throw. If you're using clubs as the suit, then you double all of the damage. So that's tempting to put them there and save it, but when are we going to get more clubs? Is it worth doing a bit of damage now? I was thinking, because these are an 8 and a 9, maybe that's a good start of a run. I've then got to build off that 8 and 9 later. Or I could just put 1 down on Rage, hope to find another 8 or a 9 later, and it's boosting damage of cards. I'm thinking, yeah, I'm not going to activate anything just yet. Might regret this. We're going to build up. So I'm not playing anything, usually like a easy level up, a king and a queen, get you to level 1. But I'm going to play them here, and I'm not going to activate anything just yet. Let's see if we can get some more power in the actions. Hey Sean, everyone's names have disappeared, unless your name is your username, everyone's names have become usernames on YouTube for some reason. Now it's really confusing. I recognise the avatars sometimes. I did, for 52 Realms Adventures, one of the decks was a friend's deck of cards. Which admittedly did make it a bit harder to see, but you gotta use friends cards when you've got them. So I realised from finally getting to use playing cards for something that I've actually been bought a lot of decks of cards over the years. I suppose like game related, isn't it, or friends related. You could buy things like that for me. So the Nemesis has a hand of 5 cards as well, unless we've made them discard some. And on their turn, we reveal their hand. If you haven't seen it already. Any face cards, trying to remember the name there, it's written right there. Any face cards get played to their level up area, and any other cards get played under their ability of that suit. So they'll go on Divine Channeling, and this one will go in Healing Blast. Then we check, do they level up? Have they played this many cards to that area? If they've played more, it'll roll over to the next one. But no, they've only played 1, so not leveling up yet. And then we go through their abilities left to right, and if they have met the minimum of any of their abilities, they will just trigger it. They won't wait around. So Holy Light's got nothing. Divine Channeling, yes. But actually, this is a waste for them. No, actually, is there a little thing in the Nemesis that this has never happened in my 10 or so games of it so far? What if they want to do something that doesn't do anything? I guess this would only be for the Priestess, who is trying to heal and hasn't taken any damage. She wants to heal a card, which is take it from the wounds, and this is special for the Priestess, put it straight on an ability or level up, depending what card it is, and deal damage equal to half its rank. But she can't heal. Let me just have a quick glance through the Nemesis rules. So if they level up, any abilities, if the number of cards placed as an ability matches the number of cards for an effect, immediately carry it out. So yeah, I guess we get lucky and they just waste an action. Might change again in the final version, just going by, not to hold the stream up as well, and benefit me, we'll just go with that. So they activate that ability, but it didn't actually help them. They draw 5 new cards, and that's their turn. And that's the way it's going to work until one of us loses. Friends cards worked. Oh, I'm glad. I think it was the Friends deck that got complaints. Although I think the Twin Peaks cards are probably the hardest to read of the various playthroughs I've done for 52 Realms. So I should have had a hand of 5 at the end of my turn as well. I forgot, because you might need them for defending. So, what have we got now? No clubs. Have we got anything that will further that run? A 9 and an 8? No. We've actually got 2, 3, 4 for another run, but I've started one here now. I have got nothing of cards of the same rank, and I have got nothing to help me towards a full house. So, could be time for an item. So we've got Spades, Cloak of Deception, play a card face down as a wild on any ability. So I would discard a card as the Cloak of Deception, and then play another card face down. Or we could do Diamonds, Lucky Crystal, discard any number of cards and draw up to 5. So, you know what? It's tempting, to not have to wait around. We could just do 2 Cloaks of Deceptions and make this have 5 cards. The Priestess has got no defense right now. It does give her cards to heal. Or, let me say, because what have we drawn so far? I've drawn no 2s, 3s, or 4s. I'm going to say the 2 will get played to Rage. I know just 1 card for an action, that's not very good, but it's going to increase the damage dealt by any ability by 1. And then I'm going to say this can be a Cloak of Deception. We discard it, play any card face down. I'm going to put this 4 face down as another 2. So all my damage is increased by 2 now. So when this triggers, if I can get 5 clubs on it, it'll be 9 damage, 7, 8, 9, doubled. Is what I'm hoping for anyway. So these are the 2 cards left in my hand. I draw back up to 5 because I've had my 2 actions. Played a card there, and then I did Cloak of Deception as an item. Here's what I've drawn. 2 clubs, perfect. And I might even do another Cloak of Deception, put something in Rage, and then put them out as Axe Throw. So there's even more damage to be done. No leveling up still, but I'd like a king and a queen really. Let's see what we can draw. Nemesis time. And the Priestess has found another face card, so we'll be leveling up in a minute. And then these are going in Spades, Clubs, Diamonds, Hearts. So do they level up? Yes. Flip these face down. They're level 1. Whenever you heal, deal damage equal to the number of cards healed. Scary, they're going to heal a lot. But they've not been done damage yet. They're not activating anything because they haven't got enough cards in any of the abilities. So they draw 5 cards, and it's back to me. So do I stick with that plan? Or we've got 6 and 7 to help with the run here. Triggering that with 4 cards, 3 damage, and your opponent randomly discards 2 cards. I could still do the clubs. It would be nice to have another thing in Rage, but I think that's a good thing to do. I'm going to say run will activate. So that's 6, 7, 8, 9. So that is 3, 4, 5 damage. Everyone's got a defend ability. So the Priestess's is based on doing this Blessed Strike attack. All of the cards used for the attack go to her defend, and she can discard cards here to prevent 2 damage each. But all the cards only last 1 turn. This is the same when you're playing as the Priestess as well. So she's got no defense basically, but to balance that out, she can also heal a lot more. So 5 damage coming in. Damage is just drawing from the top of the deck, and I'm hoping that we can put some face cards in here to stop her leveling up anymore. No, I didn't. 5 cards into her wounds, so 5 out of 52 there. You don't necessarily have to do 52 damage because some cards might be down here, some cards might be in her hand. And opponent randomly discards 2 cards. So out of her deck, so it's could have just taken the top 2, that's still random in it. So 1, 2 discarded. So she's only got 3 to play on her turn. All the cards I used for the ability are discarded. And it's just the only thing giving me pause to activating Axe Throw is it makes them discard all the cards in one of their abilities. So it would be nice to wait and let them play more cards to something. But let's get it done. So yeah, I'm going to play 2 more. I'm going off screen here. No, I'm just in the way. So I'm going to play 2 more to Axe Throw. So we've got 5 cards. 7, 8, 9 damage. And you double all of that damage because these are clubs. So 18 damage coming in, which is pretty huge. And then we make him discard a load of cards. So again, she can't defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. That's like over a third of the way there. And there's a king gone. I won't look at them all. Discard all cards in an opponent's ability. Let's get rid of the 2 from Healing Blast, because that's the closest to activated, isn't it? So I draw back up to 5. I've got nothing on the go really now, but that's a pretty big turn, I think. And she's only got 3 cards. So Jack is the start of her next level up, and then it's going to play this to Holy Light and this to Healing Blast. So it would have been nice to wait a turn. Could have discarded 3 cards from Healing Blast, but I think that was still good. 5 more cards in her hand, and what have we got? So I've got a king for working towards level up. What can we get? 13, 21, 26. It will be 3 cards used for leveling up, and I'm going to forget the cards I'm using for stuff, but whenever you deal damage, deal an extra damage, and then it's going to get doubled in ways. Your level 3 is double all of your damage. So, like, I've had a great turn before where, like, you do clubs here and double all of that. Add from rage, add the 1 from here, double it all, then double it all, and you could just wipe someone out if you've managed to get that out, but it's a lot of cards spent to get you there. So I could just do them as a level up. What else have we got? We've got another 2 to play to rage, to increase all the damage of everything by 1. I think I'll do that. So it is 3 cards that I'm not a fan of. I'd rather just do it with like a king and a queen, but they can be a level up action. It's enough, so nothing rolls over for me. I've spent those 3 cards to get to level 1. Whenever I deal damage, deal an extra 1. And I'm going to play the 2 there. So all damage is increased by 3 at the moment. And another 1 from my level up. Draw back up to 5. But I'm no closer to activating any abilities. Unless I want to do Rage, which does 10 damage by itself. But this doesn't boost Rage, it boosts other abilities. So it would do 11, which is decent, isn't it? In the position that I'm in. Next time, we've got 5, 6, 7. Could do a run, or just start one and leave it for later. Let's see what the Priestess is doing. Any face cards? 2, just what she needs for another level up. And then you're going in hearts, clubs, spades. So does she level up? Yes. Heals 1 card at the end of every turn. I would like to get to level 2. Deal a damage at the end of your turn. It can't be defended against. So he's going to start healing automatically now. And then abilities. Holy Light is going to do 1 damage. If the top of your wounds card has the same suit, it does add 3 damage. So she is doing 4 damage to me. My defend ability. I can reveal any number of cards with a matching rank to prevent half the damage you're taking. If you only reveal 2 cards, though, they're discarded. I don't have any cards with matching ranks in my hand. So I am taking the full 4 damage. What are we losing? Oh, lovely Jack. And a king. Those high cards that I want for leveling up. Could heal them back, but you heal from the top of your discard, so they're a way down. Oh, and they need... we haven't finished yet. Can't do, can't do, can't do. Now we're finished. Draw 5 cards. And what can I do then? See, I've got the start of a run. And we could work towards leveling up. But it's a lot of cards to be playing, isn't it? What could you get here? 20, 32. All of this would get you to level 2. The damage... Oh, they need to heal, don't they? So when they heal from their abilities, it goes onto an ability or level up area, whatever they need. So this king actually goes to their level up. And whenever you heal, deal damage equal to the number of cards healed. Another damage to me. Okay. So it's that 5. So we've done more damage, but they can potentially do damage more often. So the advantage of doing the run would be it would be 4-5 damage and make them discard a card. I suppose I could start the run there and then do this as a Cloak of Deception, put the Jack as a wild, and then that's 3-6-7 damage, and they discard 2 cards. Might have a good thing going with that. I'm going to do that. So play them as a run, and then you can be a Cloak of Deception, make this a 4 or whatever, and I'll trigger it. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 damage. They haven't done Blessed Strike yet, so no defense. 1, 2, 3. And then shuffle the discard when you need to. They've got 4, 5, 6, 7. No shield. They're in a pretty awful position, I think. So I draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I see clubs. I see 4 clubs. Might win next turn, actually. So Priestess is going to level up. I've just heard Sabrina's got some visitors, so I'll shut the door. Get some of the sound out. So yeah, another card to level up. And then we've got 3 diamonds, not quite activating this yet. That's 4 out of the 5 she needs. And then 1 in clubs, so he's not actually going to activate anything. Heal a card at the end of each turn. This goes on to clubs, and I take 1 damage. Have I got a pair to reveal even? No. But I wouldn't anyway, probably. So, another 1 damage. And they need a hand of cards. They've got 1 card in their deck already. And this has gone very well for me. So, yeah, we've got the start of a run, but why not just... Like, this could be a 2 here, but then Rage would trigger. So, you'd have to trigger it for having 4 cards here. So, play these to Axe Throw and activate it. So, 4 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, doubled 18 damage. And she can take 1 damage. Never activated Blessed Strike, and, like... the amount of damage coming in, that was a really lucky one. I don't think I've ever won one so quickly in it. So there is a bit of a one-sided fight to start us off, but that can be like... The Barbarian is usually like, you have to build up to these things like Primal Fury, like getting that full house in. Like, it's a slow build-up to putting cards in Rage, like getting your levels to boost things, but then when the things really pop off, like getting lucky and getting all those clubs as well. When all your things do pop off, as you'd imagine with a Barbarian, they hit massively hard. So that's our first fight then. So let's move on. Who should we be next then? We've got the Priestess and the Merchant to have a look at. Do you have a preference? We'll be seeing both of them. I'll get these 2 decks shuffled. You've seen one side of the Priestess. And you would usually like, hey Tempest, I can't remember if I've said hi. Have another if I have. I think the idea as well is that you would print the Nemesis version on the other side of the character sheet, but my printer is not very good at printing on the other side of things. Well, it can print, it'll look the same, but it's just like not in the same place on the page at all. So one side could look nice, and then one side would probably be like diagonal or just offset. Yeah, this is finishing up on Kickstarter. If you're interested in it right now, 52 Duels. You say, as I said at the start of the stream, like I did do that original video, a sponsored one. This is just because I want to play the other characters. I just wanted an excuse to do some more of it. And actually, it's a good live stream to do on a day like this where, like, I don't need to. I know the game well enough, and the preparation is shuffling some decks of cards because literally, Rach came home and took over with Sabrina about like quarter of an hour before the stream started. So let's grab these. So what should we do? I think let's be should be the Priestess and fight against a merchant. And then finally I'll be the merchant fighting against the rogue. And then I think we'll have seen all of the characters, and like not necessarily all of the combos, but we'll have seen all of the characters and like both in player form and nemesis form, I think. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for the merchant. So we've seen the Priestess kind of in facing it as a nemesis. See, like it works the same as when I played the Barbarian, that I actually have to discard ranks of cards to meet these levels, but the abilities are the same, I think. Probably a little bit different than level 3 one. Items are the same for all of the characters. My defend ability is the same. I need to do Blessed Strike, and then the cards I use to activate the ability will go onto my defend for the next turn. The abilities might activate a bit differently, but I play cards to them in the same way. The merchant is all about, as you might expect, having items to use. Let's see, Nemesis for the merchant. I haven't played against the Nemesis for merchant yet. Has an item that does a damage to you when used. There we go, the cursed coin. So when they get told to use an item, it's this cursed coin, a special thing for them. And they discard items to prevent damage. Okay, so you always start in the solo game. If you were playing it at 2-player, you would just both have a human side and fight with your normal abilities. So what have we got to start with? We've got 3, 4, 5 for starting a run. Well, let's have a look at the abilities first. So we got Holy Light, just does its damage. If the top card of your wounds has the same suit, add 3 more. Divine Channeling, heal cards and do damage based on their ranks. Runs are damage and give you defend ability, but only for the next turn. And then Full House, heal 3 cards and deal damage equal to half the sum of their ranks. So I think it would be nice to maybe not activate things straight away, but we will start a run. And I am going to say we're going to start Divine Channeling with 8s. I might regret that. Because I want the king in the hand, because if I can draw a queen fairly soon, again, that's level 1 done with just 2 cards, because the more cards you do it with, you're effectively doing yourself damage. So that's going to be my first turn. The merchant, what's he up to? He is playing 1 card to level up, and then we have got 2 to restock, 1 to sleight of hand, and 1 to transmutation. No level up or any activating. No, not enough just yet. So draws back up. So what could be activating soon is restock, do damage, store the top card of your deck as an item. Transmutation is a pain because you can't put things in your level up next turn. Your opponent can't do it. So we haven't got anything really that helps with leveling up. It's unfortunate that I decided that should go in same rank. Maybe the aces should go in full house, and we just wait for a 3 of a kind now. And then clubs discard a card from a hand or ability. Heart heals. So I can't use that yet because I've got nothing to heal. Maybe we should just do this as a poison bomb. Discard a card from your opponent's hand or ability. Let's discard one from his hand. It was a club. So I've still got these. Oh, we've got a queen. Level up next time unless he transmutates me. Let's see what he's in his hand. Ah, can't speak. Let's see what's in his hand. There's his level up. He's got diamonds, diamonds, spades. So we will level up. At the end of each of your turns, store a card from your deck as an item. Then you don't go. Sleight of hand happens. So we've got 2 damage. I can't defend that, but we can start healing a bit now. And use a stored item. He hasn't got one. And then these don't trigger just yet. New hand of cards. Oh no, end of your turn. Store a card from your deck as an item. So whenever he gets told to use that in the future, it's a cursed coin, does a damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in his hand, and it's back to me. So let's see. Like, runs do wrap around as well. So, like, you could potentially go like 2 ace king. But I think I'm going to do a level up. And then I could play the 2 to the run. That would be 5 damage, and I've got some defend, but only for next turn. Like, I'm not anticipating a huge damage turn immediately. I think I'm going to level up with the king and the queen, so that's 25. When you move cards from your wounds to anywhere else, deal damage equal to the number of cards moved. So yeah, then I'm going to play a healing potion. Just any heart. Place the top card of your wounds pile into your hand or onto an ability. I could play it to the run. I've just realised it's a 6. So I leveled up. I used this. So I can trigger the action because a card's gone onto it. So do I want to do the 5 damage and have the defense? But I could wait until next turn and do the 7 damage and have the defense the turn after when he might have built up a bit. So I'm going to hang on to him. Not activate it yet. I am regretting putting that 8 down. I suppose we've got one more. Right. Nemesis time. They have got a face card. And then we've got spades, hearts, not happening just yet, but soon. Yeah, it's not going to trigger anything, is it? Not leveling up just yet. 2, 1, 3, 3. Doesn't activate. Stores a card as an item. And then refills his hand. So again, that makes me not want to do Blessed Strike. Well, actually, you might get attacked next turn. By a few things, so it would be a good thing to do this turn. He's got 2 items that will prevent damage coming in, unfortunately. But at least then they're gone and they can't be used to do damage back to me. Although you could, with the cards in your hand, you could play an 8, heal a card and do damage equal to half its rank. So that would be 4 damage going in. And then I've got 3 2s, but I wouldn't have another card to heal. I could put the 2s in full house, but again, that's heal 3 cards. Let's put the 8 in here. So Divine Channeling, heal a card, and when I heal, it can go anywhere, right? Oh no, when I heal, they go on the discard pile. When the Nemesis version of the Priestess healed, it went onto abilities. And then deal damage equal to half its rank, so 4. So he will discard any number of stored items to prevent 2 damage per card discarded. He will prevent all of the damage. But then we can play one of these 2s. Let's do the spades, I think. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got a full run of 7 damage. And all of these cards go onto my Blessed Shield. He's got no more items to defend against. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Got any lovely face cards there? A couple. Hopefully slow a bit of leveling up down. So I've done me 2 things. I've still got these in hand. Which could do a Divine Channeling with these 2s, couldn't I? Oh, there's the other 2. Good shuffling. Could have got 4. There's one in the discard pile now. And another jack. So that's 22 towards leveling up. Well, that's a full house, isn't it? If I take some damage, I can heal 3 back. Feeling okay at the moment. Let's see. Oh, he's got 2 to level up anyway. So we'll be leveling up. There's a diamond. There's 2 spades. So level up. Whenever you use an item, deal 2 damage. Effectively, they're all 3 damage because his item is just that cursed coin. And then, restock. It's only got 2 cards. Sleight of hand has 3. 4 damage. So I can discard cards from this to prevent 2 each. And they are gone at the start of my next turn. So I might as well use them. So I'll prevent that 4 damage. And use 2 stored items. I made him use them in defense. 3 in transmutation doesn't activate. 4 in bag of holding doesn't activate. So a bit of wastage for me. We've got these 3 that didn't happen. So he stores that as an item and then gets a new hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And they get discarded. That I did the run with. This is my hand, isn't it? So what am I going to do? I've got nothing to heal, is the downside of that. Like, same suit wouldn't be very powerful. Like, those towards a level up is quite nice. And then we just got to wait for a king that we'd hopefully get soonish. So only seen 1 so far. Just you're spending an action to do that is the downside. A run isn't happening, so we're not getting any defense in. Yeah, let's put them in as a level up action, so it won't finish yet. And then, I mean, you could have them as same rank and just do a spade as the 4th 2. Heal 2 cards, deal damage equal to the sum of their ranks. Blessed Strike. Only hearts move to the defense. Is it? Oh! It is hearts. What did I have any hearts on there? What was my run? The 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I didn't have any hearts. That's me not reading enough into it. So I should have taken that 4 damage, shouldn't I? So, it would have been these 4 cards. Does that change what you want to do this turn? Yes. Because I can heal a lot of this back. So yeah, we'll go for the 2s on full house. He's got a bit of defense. So Healing Blast, heal 3 cards and deal damage equal to half the sum of their ranks, rounded down. So 11, 18, 24. Because it's just the top of your wounds. 24 is 12 damage. He's got 1 item, so 10 damage left. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And you can make the bots more difficult by starting them with level ups, I believe, is the option if you want. And I've got these jacks. So do you still want to use them as level ups? Probably. And they could just go towards like healing later. But I like the idea of just healing a card at the end of my turn. Oh, when cards move from your wounds to anywhere else as well, that was 3 cards healed, 3 more damage. Damage equal to the number of cards moved. Yeah, let's put that in level up. 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're all good. Probably not leveling up next time. What do I need? 13. I suppose I could with those. Could do the 8 and the 5 for once. Let's see. We're not defending whatever happens, are we? So we've got a Jack and a King there. At least I'm making him use his items up. It's what happened when I was the merchant. Like, oh, lovely generating all these, but they're constantly just going defending everything. You could choose not to as the player. The bot will just defend. So 2 towards a level up isn't enough. Actions, no, no. 4 here. So 3 damage. I haven't got any defense. Store the top card from the deck as an item. I cannot level up next turn. I will forget that. And then Bag of Holding's happening as well. 8 damage, again, that I can't defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Store the top 3 cards of your deck as items. Use an item. So it's 3 damage, effectively, is an item for him. So he's come back pretty well from that. I think he's still got a bit more damage than me, but... What is that I just took? 15 damage in one go, and then he needs a hand, doesn't he? Hey, Monica, how's it going? Okay, plan. I can't play things to level up. So what have we got? We've got 3, 4, 5 for a run, and it would have a heart in it, so it would have some defense. Doesn't excite me very much. We have got... Not a lot. We've got items other than that, haven't we? So poison bomb to make him discard things. There's like the advantage of doing the 3, 4, 5 would be he'd have to discard 2 items for taking this 3 damage in. I'm going to heal. Healing potion as the heart. So this can go on to something. So I don't want it in the run. Same suit, and that'd be diamonds. To activate this in the future. Same rank, find some more 10s maybe. Yeah, I'll put it in that. So I do 1 damage to him. So that wastes an item. Then I'll do a run. 3, 4, 5. So you can go to defend as a heart. And as 3, that's 3 damage. You waste these items. So no more damage done to him, but hopefully that was good. And I couldn't have leveled up anyway. I might have spent that 8 and 5. This might have been better. And we've got a bit of defense if a bit of attack comes in. So what have we got here? No face cards, but a lot of diamonds. Nearly activating that again, but isn't activating any abilities just yet. Oh, I need to... No. I don't heal a card at the end of the turn. He gets an item at the end of the turn, doesn't he? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wouldn't have used any anyway, but I suppose it's good to have wiped out his defense. And it's good, like... I don't know if I'll be able to with these, but if you can attack him while he's got loads of stuff built up on abilities and 5 cards in his hand, he's got less in his deck to, like, have health, hasn't he? So we've got 8, 9, 10 here for another defense. Queen, unfortunately, would leave me 1 short for the level up. Just heal a card at the end of every turn, which is a damage and a health back as well. So we could just have this as another 10 and activate it. It's a couple of hearts. Start doing the Holy Light, maybe. So I didn't defend, so that gets discarded anyway. So I didn't get attacked. Can't... I would be activating a run with no hearts, so that would be no defense either. Don't have to activate it right now. Could just save it. Yeah, we'll put them there and them there and get a new hand. Hopefully heal up later. There's a king for leveling up if he doesn't do transmutation. We're fighting Monica with just... You need a deck for each character. And if you play it solo, you can play against the Nemesis version of a character. Uh-oh, he's doing Bag of Holding, and I've got no defense. This isn't going to be a very good turn for me. So, Restock does 2 damage. Store a card as an item. I've got no defense. I've got more cards in my deck than him, at least. So, 2 damage. Just lost some 2s. Sleight of Hand. There are 3 cards here. 4 damage. And use 2 stored items, which are 3 each. So 10 damage. Might not have a good deck anymore. Yeah, probably. I might die. Nothing. Bag of holding. Maybe I should have attacked. Just with the 3, just to get his items gone. Then the bag of holding has 5. So here is 8 damage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm dead. Store the top 3 cards from the deck as items. Use a stored item for 3 damage. 1, 2, dead. Yeah, it would have been dicey still hanging about next turn. If I'd attacked him with 3, he would have had 2 less items to use, which is 6 damage he couldn't have done. Should definitely have attacked him. And, like, would have this turn had a 5 run to play with a couple of hearts in it. Oh well, no takebacks, that's the way it goes, but that was basically the move I should have made. Should have anticipated how many cards he already had built up on things. So, unfortunately, as quickly as fight 1 was won, fight 2 has been lost. So actually, we'll definitely get all 3 fights in here because win or lose, I'm rattling through them. But we did, like, we got him down to, it might not seem it, but he'd need 5 in his hand as well. 15, so did a lot of damage. You cursed me, Monaco. This is a I've discovered and then banned myself from the world of playing cards that you can buy rather than the ones I already had lying around. These are Christmas ones, and they're all like shiny, and they got snow globes on the back. Hey, Kit Kat, how's it going? So we're gonna have our final fight now, which is who's left. I need to be the merchant, and we need to be against the rogue. I think the merchant is the only player we haven't seen, and the rogue is the only nemesis we haven't seen. I'm only doing 3 combos here, but there is a recorded playthrough if you haven't seen that yet. Oh. Losing the rules to things. To other games that are still out. So, not Nemesis Merchant. That's from Just, isn't it? We need... Again, you'd print these double-sided if you had a better printer than me. Nemesis Rogue, player Merchant. For the sake, they always release more and more stuff for their games over time that you get for free if you've bought it. So, there'll be a load of characters later on, I imagine. Whereas for 52 Realms Adventures now, there's like 4 maps and 8 characters. You just play as 1 character, it's just solo, so loads of combos in there. You've got a dinosaur deck, an ancient Egypt deck. Beautiful. Yeah, I need to... I was looking at, oh, what do people think are really nice cards? And then see, oh, wow, there's billions. I need to look away before I buy a million of them. They're all like 4. I've also got 4, hopefully, future characters coming out. This beautiful Beatles deck and this Sea King? Yeah, Sea King deck. I'll have a look in a minute. If you're interested, because I think they're beautiful. I'm a big fan of these Christmas ones. Like, during the time, there's only a brief window we get to wear these Christmas shirts, and it's far too hot in this house, unfortunately, for all my lovely Christmas jumpers that I used to wear in years gone by. Or at least hot in this room at the moment, even with the window open. It's freezing outside, but the lights, the computer, the action, the heat of battle. Make it roasted in here. That was the second game, just. So we had the Barbarian versus the Priestess that went very quickly. Then we just had me as the Priestess versus the Merchant. Now I am going to be the Merchant, so I'll put that in his hand, versus the Rogue, who you can see me playing as in the recorded playthrough. So 5 in his hand, 5 in my hand, and player always starts in solo. So for the Merchant, similar thing. We've got the standard items here. Then we have got all level ups, similar thing. So end of every turn, store a card from your hand as an item. It's not from the top of my deck. Whenever you use an item, deal 2 damage. Using stored items doesn't cost an action. So he's got stored items down here in this pile, just like he did, and I can use them to defend. But I can choose to use these at any time as a normal item. It's just, it costs me an action. Oh, the second game of the company. I think it's the 6th game. So they've got like these print and play roll and write games, Voyages, Aquamarine. What's the backpacking one called? I'm blanking on the name right now, but you build maps. I've played it on here. That's not Voyages, is it? Voyages is the first one. There's 52 Realms Adventures. That's the dungeon crawl one you might be thinking of. This is the second one in that series. This is a 52 Realms game. 52 Duels. But yeah, they've got... and they did Koala Baby Rescue as well, which is a game I already liked, and they did a... like a sequel version of it. They teamed up with Joey Games. Oh, and Scribbly Gum, which was already a game from Joey Games that they did like a print and play version of as well. A huge backlog. Well, maybe this one should take first place in your backlog. So abilities. Same suit for restock, just do a load of damage, but you get to store the top card of your deck as an item. Sleight of hand, deal damage and get to use items. Transmutation, deal damage and store cards from your hand as items. And stop your opponent putting any cards on their levels next turn. Bag of Holding, 8 damage, top 3 cards of your deck as items, use an item. So what have we got here? In terms of leveling up, that's a level up. Start a run with the 2 and 3. And I'd like to do it with 2 cards, but I'd also like to just do it turn 1. I'm doing it. That is 25, isn't it? My math isn't wrong. 21, 26. At least 25 is what you need. And then they can go in as a run. 1, 2. I haven't got any cards left in my hand, unfortunately, to store as an item is the downside. If I hadn't had them as a run or something, I might have, but I think surely it's worth putting them in as a run. Are they going to get to level up turn 1? Yes. There's 2 face cards. And then diamonds, clubs, hearts. So they level up. They get an ability at the start of their turn that I hopefully won't forget. I did record because I did the one that went out was the Rogue versus the Barbarian, and I recorded Barbarian versus Rogue, but I kept forgetting this ability in particular and the other ones, and halfway through editing I thought, well, we'll do it live. No abilities trigger yet, even though Quick Slash only needs 2. So I've got to watch out for that coming in. And we need to get some items stored. So what have we got in terms of cards here? Probably not leveling up with these. But this is another like start of a nice run, isn't it? So nothing that helps me, unfortunately, with the run. Not a particular load for the same suit, really. What about... you guys can go on restock. It's 2 towards that. And... just thinking, do I just use a club to make him discard a card for an ability? I could use a Cloak of Deception to play a card down as part of the run and then activate that. No, I think I like Club, Poison Bomb, discard a card from their hand or ability. I'm going to say hand. Hey, there's a face card. And then at the end of my turn, I can store an item from my hand. I can store a card from my hand as an item. So that's there. And I've got this jack still, hopefully for leveling up purposes. Okay, anything that helps next time? Ooh, maybe leveling up here. That's 35, isn't it? Not very helpful other cards, but let's see how things go. So I've got rid of one of theirs that would have actually caused a level up. So maybe it would be a good time to play Transmutation next time so they can't level up. I don't know if I've got the cards to do it, though. You go in diamonds, you go in clubs. So Quick Slash is a half... Oh, wait a minute. Before any of this, you just went in. Start of your turn, told you I forget all the time. Discard a card from the ability with the fewest cards. So I think when they need to make a decision, it always chooses cards from low to high and in suit order matching the abilities. Because they've all got one card on there. So, yeah, there's no other notes for the rogue. So they'll discard the card from the ability with the fewest and then draw a card and assign it to the matching ability or level. In this case, they just end up with one on Poison Blade again, but it could have made them activate other stuff. Then they'd play these and do Quick Slash to me for 2 damage. I will lose my item to negate that 2 damage. Will I? You could have a heart to heal back one of the damage that you take and put it down somewhere and then save this item. Go on then. So take 2 damage from Quick Slash. Oh, it's a king as well. Ouch. 5 cards in the hand. And that's the first damage done so far. So, I want you guys as the level up. Whenever you use an item, do 2 damage. Boom. Then, it's nice making him discard. I haven't got spades to do Cloak of Deception to add something to the run. Haven't got diamonds to add to the same suit. If I heal the 6, that can't go anywhere. But it would do 2 damage as well, healing it. Let's say healing potion, heal this into Bag of Holding. And it would be lovely if I could heal again and get that king back. But it's unlikely. So whenever you use an item, do 2 damage. Their defend is reveal and discard any number of black cards to prevent. So they will discard low to high. So they'll discard this 10 to prevent that 2 damage. And then end of your turn, you can store a card from your hand as an item. I will. Okay. So what are they up to now? I'll level up. And then 2 diamonds. Not activating just yet, but I'd love to stop decoy happening. It really helps them leveling up. Oh, the start of your turn. You're forgetting again. Discard a card from the ability with the fewest. Draw a card and put it in the matching ability. They're just cycling Poison Blade here. But it could have made decoy trigger if it had been diamonds. So this activates. Draw a card. Draw an extra card into your hand at the end of each turn. 6 cards. Ouch. So decoy is coming. Draw 5 cards. Add all the face cards to your level up, discarding the rest. Deal 8 damage plus 2 for every face card added to level in this way. Ouch. So what have we got here? We've got a 4 we can add to the run. And a diamond we can add to restock, basically. These would be, what, 29 towards the 45 of level 3? But what if he can't add cards to levels next turn? Yeah. Because I feel like it's fairly likely he'll get a diamond out of these 6 cards and his starting ability. What if he can't add cards to his levels? So, trigger this. 3 damage. Reveal. Oh, we can find out if it's happening as well. Oh, we could find out if it's happening by seeing the diamond. But we don't know what that's going to be. Let's just trigger it anyway. So 3 damage. He will discard the 2 and the 3. He has got a he's got a diamond. It is happening. So damage is coming in, but he won't get to level up. So he prevented both of that by losing 2 cards. Store a card from your hand as an item. So I wanted to put this on diamonds, didn't I? So say that's an item. I could heal the king still, couldn't I? It's a big card for level ups. Although level 3 using stored items doesn't cost an action, that is still good if I can keep these down here. I just feel like I'm going to discard them as defense all the time. I'm going to use this as a heal, but I'm going to put the king in my hand. So that does 2 damage, so he's got to discard another black card if he's got one. Yeah. Because he'll always choose to defend. End of my turn, card can go as an item. Then draw back up. But by holding these for level ups, you're not getting to cards that you need. So he can't add cards to his levels this turn. So these are going to go in his abilities. So no level up. And then going along, decoy activates. If he's got too many cards, doesn't matter, just uses them all. Then at the start of his turn, before you put these in, start of the turn, discard the thing from the one with the lowest. He just keeps cycling Poison Blade. And decoy happens. So it's not been changed anything, but for some reason, just blank at the start of every one of his turns. So draw 5 cards. This is going to have no effect. And add all face cards to level. He didn't draw any anyway, but he's not allowed to add cards to his levels. Discarding the rest. Deal 8 damage plus 2 for every face card added this way. So I can just defend 2, 4, 6, 8. I can defend all of that damage by losing my items. So both just defended everything so far. Draw 6 cards. Whoop. And like, it would make a difference if he gets level 3. It would make a difference him activating a decoy with too many cards. Because when an ability is activated, deal damage equal to the number of cards used for it. So extra damage coming in. So we've got the start of a run here. I could just do the run and stop him leveling up again. He's got 6 cards that could be contributing to that. And then the Jack and King. It feels a bit wasteful using them for level ups. But I've got diamonds down here. These are hearts. I can't play them to run together because they don't go together. And hearts just heal. So I don't have to use the 3, 4, 5 right away. I could save it. Play them to level. Might regret that. I've got no defense as well. So do you want to trigger this? 3 damage and store a card from your hand. Downside, that's all of your cards. Don't activate it. Put that in level up, put that there, and we won't activate. And I might regret it. 4, 5. Okay. So he can play cards to his abilities. Luckily, he's only got 2. Oh, first up. So the ability with the Furious gets 1 discarded from it. And then 1 for decoy comes out. Then we do his turn. So you 2 go here. He needs 1 more to level up. And then he has got 2 hearts and 2 clubs. So quick slash is happening. 3 damage coming in. I don't have any items because I used all my cards up. This might have been a mistake. And that's it. Draw 6 cards. Can we add to this run? Yes, I've got a 6. And we've got, what have we got here? 24, 36, 45. Let's think. So I want this to go down here, definitely. But then store 2 cards from your hand as items. Forget the level up. We'll do this run. Yeah, so 4 damage. Has he got any black cards to defend with? Yeah, the 2 6s are the lowest. So he blocks that damage. Store 2 cards as items. And then I can still keep a queen in hand for potential level up. Or we'll just have it as an item. Probably have it as an item, actually. Because I can do the jack down here as diamonds. So that's only 2 damage. Could wait for it to be more. No, 2 damage. Which gets rid of... Oh, ace is the lowest, isn't it? But now we're right. Store the top card of your deck as an item. So now we go back up to 3. End of my turn, this can be an item. Got 4. And we've got 5 more cards for later. So he's only got 3. I should have discarded these, shouldn't I? He's building up his decoy and his acrobatics. Oh, no. First of all, 1 gets discarded from decoy. And then a new card comes out on his ability or level, but I did this, so he can't put it in level. It goes to ability instead. Then he puts things in the abilities and draws back up to 6. So, what have we got here? What are we short? 24. So I need 21. Low numbers other than what we've got here. So we've got another run. Just keep stopping the level up. Yeah, I'm going to do that. 2, 3, 4. So 3 damage, which I'm sure he can defend. Because he was about to level up as well. And store a card from your hand as an item. And he can't add cards to levels next turn. And then for my second action, we'll use one of these stored items as an item. And so I know what he's going to do, because we've had to reveal his hand to defend. So he's going to do the 5 Poison Blade. I can't stop him from doing Poison Blade. Just thinking, do I make him discard something? Don't know if it's worth healing up an ace. It's not really worth drawing back up to 5 when I'm going to do that at the end of the turn anyway. So it doesn't matter what this item was. This is a stored item for me that I can do whatever I want with. Let's discard a card from an ability. Discard Decoy, because I don't think I can make Poison Blade happen anyway. So doing Cloak of Deception, which triggers 2 damage, and he's got no black cards left to defend with. So finally, I've done some wounds to him. Then, end of my turn, a card can go in as an item. I know I was going to level up, but maximize these items because I'm about to take damage again. And then he can't play things in level up because I did a run. So you go in hearts, you go in diamonds. Oh no, start of your turn. Discard the thing with the fewest cards, and then draw a card and assign it. The campaign is going on for just under 48 hours, I think. Card comes out to replace it, so acrobatics isn't going to trigger. this is, though. So he's got 5 on Poison Blade. So that's going to be 4 damage. I'll discard 2 items to defend it. Draw a card. So I think this goes straight in their ability when they get to draw things. So it goes in hearts for next time. An opponent discards a card of their choice. So what to discard? And I've got 3 diamonds there for a little bit of damage and more items. Discard. This 7. 6 is wasted here, isn't it? So I'll draw more. There could be in my item stack. Yeah, I'll discard this 7. That's all of their stuff. Hand of 5. And play it here, but do I activate it yet? It's only be 2 damage, but it does get me an extra item as well. Yeah, activate it. 2 damage. And store the top card as an item. Can he defend that? Yes. Oh, he's got no face cards, so he's not going to be leveling up next time. He can defend 4 more things, though. What's he going to activate? So he'll do Quick Slash. He'll also do Acrobatics. Oh, Did I use an item yet? No, I'm going to use an item in a minute, so he will just discard. He'll discard the clubs because it's the lowest and then left to right. So what item do I want to use? Let's do Poison Bomb again. Make him discard something. You can discard 1 from Decoy. Yeah. And that does 2 damage, and he'll discard the 9 of clubs to defend against that 2 damage. End of my turn, I can put an item on there. And I think that's all caught up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. His turn. He's put in 2 cards out here and 1 here. Oh no. With the fewest and then the lowest number, that one. And then a new card comes out. He is definitely activating that slightly more powerfully. So Acrobatics with 4. It's 5 damage. I'll block 4 of it with these items. There's the 5th. And then which one are they doing? 5 damage. Draw a card and add it to the ability with the most. Which doesn't make it trigger yet, but oh, it's a heart as well. It didn't have to be a heart to go in there, but it just happened to be. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Rogue should have had 6 in hand. Did they not have 6 in hand? Did they have extra? They had that spade that had played, so we should have had another one going on to an ability. So they should have actually done 7 damage. Oh no, the card that they would have drawn at the start of the turn would have been that. And then the card they drew from this ability would have been spades. Add it to the ability with most, which would go in there, which means Poison Blade would have triggered with 4 things. So 2 more damage coming in. I think that fixes it. I'll spend an item. Draw a card. So diamonds. We'll go on diamonds. And opponent discards a card of their choice. What will I discard then? So how far am I away? 21. I just need an 8. Get to leveling up. But I haven't got many stored items anymore. 2 of the same rank. I'm going to discard this ace, I think. And then they got 6 cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Why have I given him 9 cards? Who knows? Done. I think. Right. Yeah, I haven't got things for a run, so they're probably going to be able to level up at some point soon. Let's go for... So same rank can trigger. It's only for 2 damage, though, and use an item, which I don't really care about. You could go in full house. And then we just got to find a few more things. I'll use you as a cloak of deception. I've got no defense. And put you in here. I have to say what it is, don't I? I'm going to remember that. Any rank and any suit. It's just wild. So that could be a 6 or a 7. Help me activate that, because that would be good to bring me back in. And then this will go down as an item if I let it. I don't have to. Yep, hold up the level up a bit more. 1. I love this Christmas deck. It's lovely, isn't it? And it's all shining, which I didn't really think of the consequences for camera. It's not quite that bright, but... Right, so didn't do any damage just yet. Drawn 5 cards. And we've got an item out of it. He is not leveling up, surprisingly, but he's going to activate something scary, isn't he? So that will get discarded, and something new comes out at the start of his turn. Clubs, with that, which will then activate. And then these are going out. Got 5 diamonds in one hand. So probably will level up. Okay, so Quick Slash is 2 damage. I'll block it. No. And then Decoy. Draw 5 cards. Adding all face cards to level. None. Lucky. And discarding the rest. Deal 8 damage. I've got no defense. And then 6 cards through. Okay. What have we got? Have we got a 6 or a 7? Nope. Got 3 spades. Some same suitabilities. We've got here just 2, 3. They're not going to help. And we've got spades, so could just play them as same suit for restock, but could make one of these a 6 or a 7 to trigger this. That feels worth doing to build up some items again. I'm going to say this ace is a Cloak of Deception, letting me play this 2 down here as a wild. So that has to trigger. 8 damage. 2, 4, 6, 8 defended. Store the top 3 cards from the deck as items. They don't need to be face down anymore. And then use an item. So first action was doing Cloak of Deception, second action is this. I've got no more actions afterwards. What would I like to do? Not Lucky Crystal. Healing is just another card, not one I particularly want right now, but it would put it out. When... Oh, I used an item. 2 damage from using the item. When I did the Cloak of Deception, and I'm using one now. Let's play a card as a wild, but nothing's defined really yet. Maybe just Poison Bomb and make him discard another thing. So he's only putting one card down on an ability. Poison Bomb, 2 more damage. There's a couple of face cards taken as wounds. Lovely. So then, end of turn, can put something in as an item. Hang on to the 5s, why not? And then on his turn, oh, put this away, and then top card of the deck goes out as an ability. And then all he's getting to do is a 5, which, yeah, seems like I've stopped him a lot, but he blocked all of my damage doing all of that. He built up these items. So 1 goes out on an ability, and then he's putting 5 out on his turn and drawing 6 cards. Done. Okay. So what are we short here? 21. Do I level up? Using stored items doesn't cost us action. I'm going to work towards full house again. And I will level up, but I won't use stored items. And then you can go in as an item. You sure? You could just discard 5 out of 6 cards from his hand and do loads of damage. Ooh. Maybe I do. Yeah, using stored items doesn't cost an action. Poison Bomb, please. Discard a card from your hand. So discard a random card from his hand, and then 2 damage. Defended. Poison Bomb, please. Discard. I suppose one of these items wouldn't be in there because it was still in my hand. Is it the 3? It doesn't really matter. It's going to go into this deck, isn't it? So discard a card. I'm hoping for a black one, so he's got less to defend with. It is. And then 2 damage. Defended. And that can just stop him doing anything. Poison Bomb. Discard a card at random. Take 2 damage. Poison Bomb. Discard a card at random. 2 damage every time I use an item. At the end of my turn, I can store a card as an item. There we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I've used a lot of stuff to do that, but kind of the point of my thing, isn't it? What have we got now? 7, 8, 9, 10. A nice run. He's got no cards in his hand. So there's his turn. And at the start of your turn, discard that. You go out. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Hey Andrew, I've just cut them down. They're just printed on A4. There's letter size PDFs as well, depending on where you are. But yeah, I've just trimmed them down. So he's had his stuff. Surprised he hasn't got that level. Good, I'm pleased, but surprised. So it seems like you should go 7, 8, 9, 10, right? Do you activate it, though? Because the ability, store any number of cards from your hand as items. Might be best storing it. I suppose this is store 2 cards, but if I just stored them there and hoped to get a jack or a 6, or just a stored card that will let me put something down, on a future turn when I've got a full hand of cards, I could store loads as items and then just use them all as like Cloak of Deceptions. It means you're only going to do 1 action on your turn, though. Because this would be a lucky crystal that I don't really want to use it as. Because if it's just going in there anyway. Stu. No, you can't say you're using it as a poison bomb. You could say you're using this as a poison bomb. Discard a card. Hoping for a black one? Nope. Deal 2 damage. Defended. It's 2 cards gone from his turn, isn't it? And then... Oh! Okay. I have been playing the merchant entirely wrong, Rory. Thank you. So... Should we just fight again? I think we're too... I think we're... It will probably make a difference as well. Because, yeah, the biggest thing I've done is that Cloak of Deception thing. So I think let's just do it again. All it takes is a reshuffle. That's me not reading properly again. Although I did enjoy just saying all those were poison bombs. Maybe I'll get them all as clubs. We'd not really ended up doing much damage to each other, but I did like how stuck he was not being able to level up. And he had plenty of cards in his deck still. I hadn't wounded many of them. Let's just have another go, eh? We've got time. Just about. Let's do it right. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Can we get a nice early level up? Not really. Well, you can. Just going to cost you 3 cards instead of 2. Yeah, that was a win, definitely, for me. I did more damage at the time it was abandoned. He resigned. And that is 4 spades, isn't it? 4 damage to start with. Store something as an item. Do the level up in a bear. Yeah. 4 spades, 4 damage. I'm sure he's got defense, but we can stop him doing a bit of stuff. His defend is like not the best, but the easiest to do because like the Barbarian in some situations, if you're getting hit for a ton, being able to halve it is way better, isn't it? And if you've got more than 2 of a kind in your hand, you don't have to even discard them. So they're used up. Top card from your deck as an item. And then the 3, let's say... Let's say it's full house. I'd like to build up some items. Get 5 cards because we haven't got the ability at the moment. So you go in level up, and then he's got 1 in hearts, 1 in acrobatics. Nothing activated just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And let's see. We've got Rory is the co-designer of all of the. Maybe I was just saying, oh, hey Rory. Rory is one of the co-designers of all of the Pokemon games. If you would like to shower him in adulation or ask him any questions about the game stroke campaign or anything. Yeah, it's a very fun game. Really seen you playing this one. I think this is the only one I've done live for a while. I did some of the others live, but yeah, there's I think there's like 4 or 5 playthroughs for 52 Realms Adventures, the other one that uses a deck of cards. That's like a solo dungeon crawly game. I think I've got playthroughs for all of the Pokemon. At least 1 playthrough for all of them, I think. But yeah, they haven't always been live ones. Ooh. It's not ideal for leveling up, is it? You're wasting 1 whole rank leveling up with these kings. But I think I'm going to do it. I'm going to level up with the kings. I'm going to put... I'm not very happy about this. I'm going to put Jack 10 as a run. That doesn't feel very good. But then this can go down as my level up ability. Store a card as an item. And then can't have big attacky things every turn. Is he leveling up? No. So where are these going? Got a bit of everything. And then quick slash is triggering for 2 damage. Will we lose an item? We'll lose an item. Oh, you get to see what the items are. So club and a spade. I think a club we'll get rid of. Right. So where have I lost where I am? He's done 2 damage to me and I've defended it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Done. So Queen and a Jack towards the next level up. A nice 23 to get us started. But then, where are you? Because this could be the run, the Queen. And it's a bit bitty, isn't it? But I could put the Queen there, I could put the 3 there. You don't have to activate either of them, but I like the idea of stopping him playing anything to level ups to stop him even getting to level 1. Only for this turn, of course. I'm sure he'll do it quite easily at some point soon. I'm going to play the Queen there and activate it. So 3 damage. Has he got black cards to defend with? You bet. And he would have leveled up. And store a card. It was only 3, wasn't it? Yeah. From your hand as an item, we'll go for... just the 4, I think. And then... and nothing really gets me anywhere with what I've just got in my hand. I could just play the 3 to there, but maybe I should hold on to it for later. Or do I play the Jack to a level up and that frees up? It's the same thing either way, isn't it? I'll play towards the level up because I would like to have items dealing 2 damage a time. And then but then I can store the 6 as a card for that as well and still keep the 3 for my level 1 ability. Okay. But he can't play things to levels, so it's going to have to play them to his abilities. This might have caused things to trigger though. Not here. Oh, not there, but acrobatics would trigger. 3 damage. So I will lose a spade to prevent 2 of it and take 1 hit. A queen. Might heal that. And then draw a card and add it to the ability with the most cards, which is going to make Poison Blade happen. It is a loss of a faith card for now. But Poison Blade will now trigger because we go left to right. 2 damage. I'll lose the 4 of clubs. Draw a card, which would have to go into his ability. An opponent discards a card of their choice. So I don't want to discard the 3. I don't love this hand, to be honest. Like for leveling up or anything. It's like the start-ish of a run, isn't it? Discard this 4. And then he needs a new hand. And then... could be the start of a run. Yeah, you might turn into a full house and then you get saved as an item at the end. Even if I hadn't had to discard that hand, I don't think I had a very good hand ahead of me. So he can play to levels, so he is going to level up. And diamonds, hearts, clubs. He's going to do some stuff. So leveling up is that start of turn ability. And then quick slash is 2 damage. I will lose... what have I got in my hand? What am I going to be activating? I will defend it, but... so we've got a 10, we could do a run. I was thinking, if you do the powerful thing of a run and can store any number of cards from your hand as items, it would be nice to run a load of stuff out from your hand and then use a lucky crystal for free. But that's ages in the future, isn't it? I'm just going to defend with the diamonds. Can you do anything else? No. And then his ability is start of turn, so nothing yet. 5 more cards. I was thinking about healing that, wasn't it, at some point? So the 10 could go on as a run, stop him leveling up some more, and it's a bit of damage. In terms of levels, what do we need? 24. And that's 24. But it's 4 cards just to do that. I was like, it's just the queen goes into your hand or an ability. And you could heal the queen, and then queen 10 goes onto the ability. But there's 3s. We don't need 4 3s though. You've put them in the full house. Use. This is a healing potion, and put it in your hand. Instead of going on the run, you'll do these 2. And level up. I might regret that. Card from my hand can go on an ability. Draw back up. Not feeling great about these abilities. Right. Ability with the least gets discarded. New card comes out and goes on its ability. Then he's got 2 out of 3 face cards for that. Diamond there makes 4. Make 2 there and 1 each on these, and that's it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then any inkling of another number that might make a pair? Not yet. We do have spades. We could make something happen. Got Jack for a future level up, maybe. Nothing helps with a run. Got 3 diamonds, but one of those is the 3 that I want for this. You could always use a diamond to discard all these and try and get a pair, but no, I don't like doing that. So where does that leave us? I think using this as a cloak of deception to put this here and triggering it. So 2 damage because I've used an item. Can he defend? Yes. 3 damage coming from the run. 2 defended. 3. And then he's not going to be able to add that to his level up. And store a card from your hand as an item. That's okay. That's only one thing, isn't it, though? So you might as well just play this to here. It's a bit of a non-action, but then this would go as an item at the end of my turn. And I'd get the full 5 draw up, rather than doing nothing and just having that 3 hanging around. A pair of anything? No. 5, 6, 7 though. And again, we've got spades. Could just say anything could just play a 6 and then Cloak of Deception anything to be the other 6 to activate the Bag of Holding. Okay, start of his turn. Thing with the fewest and then the lowest number is that. Draw a card to replace. He can't put it in a level because I did transmutation. So it goes in spades. He is going to do decoy. Oh, actually, that's a good time for decoy to happen, isn't it? So, going along, nothing apart from decoy. Because he's wasted too many cards to do decoy. And he can't add any face cards to level. So, it's damage coming in, but... So, draw 5 cards. He would have got to add another one to level, but he can't add cards to level. Discarding the rest, deal 8 damage plus 2 you just added to level. So 8 damage coming in. Do I lose all of my items to defend it all? Yes. Yes. In short, yes. Just defend that 8. And then he needs 5 more cards in his hand. Pleased with that. So we've got a nice run. Stop the level ups for another turn. It is only 3 damage. And I wouldn't have enough cards really to store them. Don't have to activate it right away. But will he level up? You don't know till you've tried to do some damage to him. Ace and a 9 are part of the same suit, I suppose, but probably rather have them as items, even though it's using all of the cards. I'd only get to do 1 action. I'm going to do the run again. 3 damage. And it makes him waste these cards defending it. He didn't have any face cards, unfortunately, so it's a little bit of a waste. So he's defended that damage. Store a card as an item. So do I then do an action with this or just store it as an item? Just decline to do an action. I'm just going to have store it as an item. Don't feel great about that. And then on his turn, he is going to get to do Poison Blade, so it might have been worth it. Oh no, before you put those in, discards this 9, and then puts something out. Oh, he's going to do a great big effect of it. So 5 things. 4 damage. Defend it. Draw a card. Goes on decoy. An opponent discards a card of their choice. So we've got here, we've got no... Oh, I've got a pair. So I can do full house here, so not the pair. I don't really care. Let's say this 4. Okay. 5 cards for them. 1, 2, 3, 4. And a shuffle up. It's 1 damage to no damage at the moment. 5. But at least he held him off getting 6 cards at a time for a little bit. So that's 1 action. What's your other one going to be? Depends what the items are and what I want to use. Yeah, let's do the bag of holding first. So there is a full house. You can quite see it on there. So 8 damage. What can he defend? All of it. But that is almost all of his turn defending it. Top 3 cards of your deck go as items. Use an item. I mean, kings, then me level up juice. So we've got Spade, Club, Diamond. I could just discard, use it as a lucky crystal, and draw 5 new cards. I'm going to use the Club King, make him discard a card from decoy. And 2 damage for using an item. Then, so the first action was playing something and doing Bag of Holding that triggered all that stuff. Tempted to just do another Poison Bomb. Let's discard another card from decoy, which will do 2 damage. And this goes in as an item at the end of my turn. So I can draw 5 back up. Okay, on his turn, he plays 1 to Poison Blade, and that's it. Oh no, that's not it. That gets discarded, and a new card comes out. Then he plays that to Poison Blade. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Right. So Queen and a Jack towards level 3 of this. Be 24, won't it? That'd be 32, 39, 40. Can't do it in one go. It's always tempting when you can do it in one hand, even if it's like the whole hand. Well, let's do it. Right. So not got great runs. Only got a couple of the same suits, so it's going to be building up for stuff. And it's tempting. Just keep poison bombing him. I'm going to poison bomb him once and see what's in his hand. So first action, poison bomb. and I'm going to discard a card from his hand. It is just random, isn't it? I'm right, shuffling it up. Yeah, randomly from your hand. And it would be nice for a black one so there's less defense. Yeah, there we go. And then gets to defense. So he's not leveling up. Not that I could stop it by playing a run. He is going to get to do acrobatics. So he discarded and then he defended the 2 damage. So if I did it again, he wouldn't be activating acrobatics on his turn. Keep this queen and jack for maybe leveling up next time. I'm Cloak of Deception in. No, I'm Poison Bombing again. Just whittle down so he just can't do anything. So the 7 got discarded randomly, and then 2 damage he would defend with that 7. He might still get to do it from his start of turn ability. That will go down as an item at the start of my turn. Can't really see my items, but I don't know, a better place to put them for you. There's my items. And then draw up. Definitely not good for level up. We've got a couple of the same rank, I guess. Start of his turn. We'll discard this 6, I believe. And he puts out a heart. The 9 goes out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So. Not got clubs. So none of that funny business. So that would be 2 damage and use an item. What would you use? I'm gonna do it. So sleight of hand with these 2 aces. 2 damage. Hasn't got face cards. There's his only defense. And use an item. So we've got spades or diamonds. I'm gonna say a diamond. Discard any number of cards and draw up to 5. See if we can get some high cards for leveling up, or just summon, like maybe a run or something. And then he's going to take 2 damage, which he can't defend. Lovely. So what have we got here? A couple of diamonds, a couple of hearts, and a jack. Might just play these to hearts. Yeah, because I used an item as part of that and did 2 damage from it. Going to put these in restock. The hearts. That can go in as an item at the end of my turn. Draw back up. Oh, here we go. What's that? 24, 35. Haven't got a 10. Finishing the level up off. But then that's it for my turn, isn't it? Him will discard. So the lowest if they're tied, I think. And then a new thing will come out, which will go on to level. So I didn't play a run, so he is finally leveling up and going to get 6 cards. Then we have got a load of hearts, so he is going to get to do Poison Blade. For 4 cards, it's 2 damage. I will lose an item. Draw a card. It goes onto his level, I think. And then I discard a card. Let's discard... the ace. And then he gets 6 cards. Right. So I'm thinking... So the 8 could just go on as a heart. It's only 2 damage and get another item. Or... it's just that's close to the level up, isn't it? But what if instead... just keep using things for little amounts rather than big damage? Alright, playing these as sleight of hand for the first action. 2 damage and use an item, which will do more damage. So 2 damage, we'll just discard that. So we've got spades or diamonds. I'm going to say diamonds. So playing that item will cause 2 damage, so it'll cancel that out. I'm going to discard this, and we draw back up, hoping for hearts. Any heart will make it worth it. I was hoping for another 2, but this will still be okay. So you can go out here for my second action. 1, 2, 3, 4 is 4 damage. So that's these gone. Store the top card of your deck as an item. These have wandered off a little bit, haven't they? Another spade. End of my turn, I think we'll put the 4 as an item. And then draw back up. And then for him, discard this. And a new card comes out on spades, so that's going to activate. You go in level up, you go in decoy. So acrobatics is 3 damage. I'll discard 1 of these spades to prevent 2 of it. Draw a card and add it to the ability with the most. That would be decoy, wouldn't it? And then draw 6. So I've got a couple of aces again. But maybe it would be nice to play them as towards the full house. Play them to start a run-off. It's going to be the problem of putting these here as items. And then end of my turn, this can go in as a fresh item. And hope we can make that pay off later. So we've got 10 Jack Queen. Can do a 5 run next time. Might have already... Yeah, he's already going to have leveled up, unfortunately, for me. Bad timing. So, spades, clubs. Letting him through with a full hand. When ability is activated, deal damage equal to the number of cards used. Nothing is activating yet. Oh no. The only thing that was out was those on decoy, wasn't it? So you would get discarded from decoy, and a new thing would come out on decoy. So it's made no difference. But just to make sure I do it. So nothing activates just yet. 2. We're doing a lot of damage to each other, aren't we? 3, 4, 5, 6. Makes up for the 2 quicker earlier fights. This time, though, so what if I just store any number of cards from your hand as items? I'm not making the most of that, am I? If I just play this here and then I've only got 2 cards left in my hand, one of which would get put in as an item anyway. So do I just put 2 in and save it till next turn? But is he going to get to activate a load of things with me doing that? And then what else do I do on this turn? Make him discard something. Yeah. Make him discard something. From his hand, please. Or maybe just from decoy. He can't play any more things onto levels, though, so I suppose that doesn't matter, does it? Yeah, something from his hand. And then 2 damage. And then, end of my turn, this can go in as an item. And I'll hang on to the queen to activate this next time. And hopefully put a load of things in as items. It's been good if I'd leveled up, because I could have done that and then diamonded to get my hand full again, but using items still costs me an action. So he is going to activate a few things here. I know. You doing it again? This gets discarded, and a new thing comes out. Then, acrobatics. So this is going to be 5 damage, so prevent 4 of it, and then 4 more damage. Prevent that. Damage equals the number of cards. Draw a card and add it to the ability with the most, which is going to make that trigger. So, yeah, that's the only other thing that's happening. So this is going to be, he draws 5 cards, but he can't add anything to level. So, assume we just discard no matter what, and it's always just going to be 8 damage. 8 damage, I can prevent 2 of it. 6 damage still coming in. But then the 5 from the cards that activated it. So 11 damage. Yeah. Ouch. That's a big chunk of damage. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 for his hand. But he's not got a lot of, but he's not got a lot on abilities now. So we will. Just this could make you go towards full house. Could save that till next turn. You could do like, put the 2s in there, and then spades as a cloak of deception to put this in as an ace or a 2, whatever. So 2 damage for using an item. Then 8 damage coming in. 4 blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4. Store the top 3 cards from your deck as items. We've got some healing things. Use an item. I think clubs. And let's make him lose. Card from here. And that'll be 2 more damage for using an item. And then I've just got this queen in my hand. You could put it as an item. But it was meant for continuing this. We could do that with a spade, couldn't we? No, I'm not going to put it in as an item. Just to make sure we've got it. Watch me draw another queen or a 7 now. 2, 3, 4, 5. There's a king. For level up time. So on his turn, discards that and puts out a heart. And then 3 diamonds are going out. And then 6 more cards. Where is that? 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to play this queen for the full transmutation run for 5 damage. Ouch. So 4, 6, block all of that. Store any number of cards from your hand as items. I think all of them. And then second action, I can use an item. So I could either use the diamond. It'll still do 2 damage, but then I'll draw up to 5, so 1 can go back in as an item at the end of my turn, because 1 at the moment can't. Or I can just make him discard something. I make him discard something, I think. Cloak of Deception as my second turn. No, Poison Bomb. Clubs. Discard something from Decoy, thank you very much. Let's not have that happening. And then 2 damage, which he would get rid of this for. And that's the turn, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So then, start of his turn, he'll lose this to put something new out. They go on spades. And that's it. 6 more. I've got nothing on an ability right now. We have got 4, 5, 6, 7. Good at getting runs. Same suit, that's only 2 damage. If this is 4 damage and put more things out as... Or you could just wait again and... try and complete the run in a future turn and get more things in your hand, but in the meantime, he's getting to do stuff. I'm going to do that. And then I'm going to play... So I've got spades otherwise. I could just use the spades item from my items and pop that in there as the 5th, but then I wouldn't have any cards in my hand, would I? So I'm going to do... What die? No, I'm going to do hearts as an item for my second turn to heal this. Say same suit for restock. Gets to go in an ability, might as well go in one. And then 2 damage coming into him, so he'll lose our card. I think he's going to get to do some stuff here, which I'm worried about. And then I can put that in as an item and draw 5. So there's an 8, at least. So we can do something with that run in a bit. His turn. Discards from the one with the fewest. And puts from the top of his deck. And then is going to get to activate at least clubs. He's going to get to do acrobatics as well. So quick slash is 2 damage. I will defend with that item. Acrobatics. Oh no, plus 2 damage. Number of cards used. I will do this heart, I think. Then 3, 6 damage coming from this. And draw a card and add it to the ability with the most cards. 6 damage. Could be all my items. Ouch. And then Poison Blade has 4. So that's going to be 2, 6 damage. Can't defend. Draw a card. And diamonds. Opponent discards card of their choice. So not the 8. That sucks. Jack. Yeah. And then he draws back up. 4, 5, 6. So 6 will get played here. And then I can play those to the items. Not the best thing I would have liked. Oh, no, not 6, the 8. The 8. Wait, you've got 2 levels. These are all messy. Don't put them into one pile, though. What if we play these? No, that would be no good. If I use an item, can I use an item from one that's in my hand? I can, right? So what if I did these sleight of hand first, 2 damage, and use an item? If this really matters, the long-winded way around I'm doing it. So he defends that 2 damage and use an item. I'm going to say Lucky Crystal. Not discard anything, but draw back up to 5. Just so there's another card to put in here when I activate it. So 5 damage and store any number as items. I'll store all of these. So 5 more damage. Blocked 4. There's 5. Yeah, he blocked the 2, didn't he, coming in? He's going to get to do decoy, which is a bit of a shame, but I've got some defense built up, I guess. 1, 2. Probably quite even Steven. Bit of a stalemate. 3, 4, 5. Oh, mainly hearts. Thinking need some diamonds for this. I've got a couple of queens again. His turn. Oh, he actually discards one from this, doesn't he? And then... So he's not going to get to do decoy. Oh, thank you very much. And then draws back up. What am I going to do? So we've got the items for defenses. Let's say Queen's going to Bag of Holding and then heal a 4 into it. And a 10 can go in there, but that's no damage dealt, and he gets to put a load of things out. Queen's into Sleight of Hand. It's just 2 damage. Use an item. And do clubs to get rid of 1 from his hand and do 2 more damage. Wants to defend. So that was one thing. And then... I don't really know. Hearts to heal that 4. We'll say onto full house, but I don't know what I'm drawing to. That's a bit risky. And then the ace can go into my items. So I just healed. That's 2 more damage. Done. Draw back up. He discards this and puts something new out. And then nothing activated just yet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I don't have any clubs to get anything out of that decoy, so you need to attack them. Well, we've got a 4 and 2 6s. So with a Cloak of Deception, you could do Bag of Holding. Yeah. Play them in there, and then that as a Cloak of Deception to put that in there as a wild. Does 2 damage. And then this activates for having 5 in it. Do 8 damage. 2, 4, 6. Takes 2 damage. Get in there. But he's got a million cards out here, hasn't he? Top 3 cards. We're looking for a club here, please. Use 1. Haven't got a club. So, diamonds will make me redraw cards, so I'd get to put an item back. Got a lot of items to defend against the decoy, I suppose, is the positive. We will heal that ace and pop it into restock, which is diamonds. 2 more damage while he hasn't got any defenses. So on his turn, he'll get rid of... Oh, you need cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He will get rid of this, draw back up, and put something back in spades. And he'll put these here. So he will activate Decoy. Draws 5 cards. I was thinking about, but I'll do it anyway, because it tells me to. Three, 4, 5. No face ones. And then the other 2 should probably be in the discard pile. Done that wrong. And then 8 plus the 5 cards is 13 damage coming in. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Do we do all of the items? Probably. What, the 4, isn't it? Take 1 damage. He gets 6 cards. Done. He has not got a lot of cards left. What have we got here? 1 more diamond. Would trigger it, only for 2 damage, but it gets me an item back. 2 jacks could be sleight of hand, and then you use an item. I'm not in love with that as a plan. But with what I've got, 3 things is 2 damage, which he can surely defend. But it's less that he gets to do as well. Top card goes in as an item, club. And then these can go in as 2 damage and use an item. So 2 damage, he'll defend. Use an item. I'm going to make him Poison Bomb. Discard a card from his hand or ability. I'm going to do it from his hand. And then takes 2 damage. And use an item. That was that. So 1 goes in as an item at the end of my turn and draw back up. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then start of his turn, he discards that and something new comes out. It's that there, that there. This is going to be 4 damage, so I can block 2 of it. Two coming in. He needs a hand of 6 cards. We're getting there. This might be my longest fight. 3, 4, 5, 6. Then, back to having nothing. Ooh, for full house purposes. I'm going to play those to full house for an action. And then I'm not going to be able to store an item, but I'm going to poison bomb him. So discard a card. And then take 2 damage. So he loses 2 cards, hopefully. 1. Although if he didn't have another black card to lose, then he'd take 2 damage from his wounds. He's probably going to get to do decoy, isn't he? So, that's that. Can't put a card in my items, unfortunately. Hopefully get to activate that. 3s and 8s. I've got spades, so I can do it. He is going to get rid of a card from there and put something new out. And then he's going to activate decoy with 6 cards. So 5 get drawn. None of them are face cards. So it's 8 plus 6 for 14 damage that I can't defend. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. Now, I have like 4 cards in my deck. So that might ruin me because I think he's got loads of black cards to defend with. I think that's probably tipped it to him. 1, 2, 3. 4, 5, 6. And let's just do Cloak of Deception to put that in there. So that's 2 damage coming in from the Cloak of Deception. Bag of Holding will be 8 damage. 2, 4, 6, 7, 8. Store the top 3 cards as items. I can't really afford to keep these out as items. Use an item. I'm going to say So I haven't got a heart to heal with. I've still got an action after this. Hmm. I will use this as discard and draw 3 cards. Draw up to 5. I can't remember what's in my deck for what will help me here. Couple of diamonds, couple of clubs. Don't really help. That's 2 for doing the lucky thing. So that's using an item from that. And then I'm just going to use this as a poison bomb as my second action. And I will make him lose a heart from here. And using an item is 2 more damage. That's close. He's still ahead, I think. End of my turn, I will say this goes in as an item. Have clubs in there. Draw 2. His turn, he'll discard 1 from here and put 1 out here. And that's 3 he's got towards decoy, and that's it. 2, 3, 4. Very close, this. 5, 6. He has got 4 cards left. 4 damage he can take. Just use items then. Oh, he can defend from his hand though. If you can do something better, do it. And we've got 3 diamonds right here. For a whole 2 damage. But it'd add an item as well. For defensive purposes. Because I probably can't just beat him like this. See when he's in his... Yeah, see what's in his hand. Use a stored item as a poison bomb to make him lose a card from his hand. And then 2 damage. He's got, 4 defense at the moment. And decoy will be triggered at the moment from what he's got. Yeah, second action, do it. 2 more damage. And gain an item. And then you can get stored at the end of my turn. And draw back up. I don't know if I've got enough to defend against this. I might die here. But you're better off putting it in the items and having it as defense of 2 rather than 1 in my health. I think that's going to be it. So his turn. He discards 1 from here. And maybe I should have just discarded it from decoy. And puts it in acrobatics. And then decoy is going to do 13 damage. Which I think kills me. So he draws like 3. It doesn't matter. None of them are face cards anyway. And he can't put them in his level up. I'll keep doing it. 5. And he'll do 8. Plus the 5 cards he activated with for 13 damage. This will block 2, 4, 6, 8. 9, 10, 11, 12. So with 1 damage left, he kills me. Because next time, he had a lot. Yeah, you say he's got a lot of cards, but if I'd had like another health, because you can have nothing and still have your turn. It's just if you needed to take damage or draw a card and couldn't, you lose. He would have had 3, 4, 5, 6 in his deck. He's still got 6 health, and then a big handful of cards. Find the rogue's defend thing. Like, even though it's making him lose a lot of stuff, he can defend most often, probably. Like, he's losing stuff from his hand to do it. But yeah, he can probably defend most often out of people. Although, like, it's the same with everyone. Like, he's building up items and having to sacrifice them to activate things. I probably wouldn't have been able to do anything much good. It's like just activating these 2 damage things. You want to really, like, if I could have built up all of those items and then been able to play them freely, didn't really matter what they do, as long as they're doing like 2 damage a time to him, whittling down after he's got no black cards left to defend with. But there we go. There is like 2 quick fights and then a bit of an extra long one to finish off. But that is all of the, not all of the combos, but you will have seen I've played as all of the players that you can be against all of the nemesis that you can be, just not in all of their various configurations and things. So there we go. That is some 52 Realms. It is on Kickstarter for less than 48 more hours, or if you're watching this after that and you fancy getting hold of a copy, you can go to the Postmark Games website and still buy it from there. Maybe there'll be a little bit of a delay between like the campaign finishing and that happening, but at some point soon in the future, it'll be on there. And yeah, that is it from me live this week. There will be, on Patreon, you can see the next episode of Moon Saga is coming up. There'll be, you can see the Scholars of the South Tigris is up there already. Scholars with the expansion is coming up on Sunday, I believe, and that the with the expansion one will come out on the channel, I think the Sunday after. But the in-between ones are going to be exclusives. On Tuesday, that's going to be our next stream, and it is going to be Wisla Suda's The Great Library, which I'm scared and excited about. And yeah, that's all there is to say. Have lovely weekends, everyone. I'll be back to thank you. It's not my game, but I appreciate that you're back again when you watch me doing it. What was I going to say? I think I'd finished saying all of the things. That's where I'm going to be next. Have lovely times, everyone. Enjoy all of your weekend gaming. I'm going to be busy, doing all of baby raising and stuff. But in the meantime, every spare second is going to be spent panicking and trying to learn and practice for the stream on Tuesday. So yeah, thank you, everyone. I will see you soon. Yeah, for that, you can support me in these ways. I probably should have said that at some point in the last 2.5 hours, but yeah, you can support me on Patreon or join as a YouTube member if you would like and are able to. Thank you so much. She is lovely. She is very happy. She has been very tired today and is behind on her sleep, but she is generally lovely, very happy, smiley, giggly, and 7 months old now. 7.5 months nearly. Crazy. How's she that old? Thanks, everyone. I'll see you soon. Maybe she'll appear at the start of the next stream at some point. She had visitors come in this time, so no visit for this one. But yeah, bye, everyone. Bye, bye, bye.